The new COD MW3 interface could have looked amazing, but instead they decided to copy and paste last year. Now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Except the MW3 UI was undebatably the worst for a COD game, and maybe even the worst in gaming. This made me wonder, what would it look like if Activision actually cared about its players? So I'm gonna take matters into my own hands and redesign the menu UI. And while I'm at it, I'm also gonna add something COD should have added a while ago. Don't think it'll be easy though, because being a full-time student with a part-time job means I've got a limited amount of time to research, ideate, prototype, design, and animate a perfect menu. Before I get into designing, I want to go over what has and hasn't worked for Call of Duty over the years. Starting off with some of their best work, Black Ops 1. This one is beautiful. It's simple, it's elegant, but the thing about it is, it's immersive. It kind of puts them into the world of Black Ops 1, so when they play the game, it feels like they're playing Black Ops 1, whether in the menu, waiting for a game, or in the actual game. Treyarch made a banger with this one, and then you know they had to back it up with Black Ops 2. The key catch to this one though is just how easy and simple it is to navigate. You just got some simple text on the side, navigate through, it's consistent no matter where you are. It's beautiful, which then brings me to the fan favorite, Modern Warfare 2019. This one does just about everything right. It's clean, it's simple, it doesn't clutter or take up too much space on the screen, and a key one here, it feels like Modern Warfare. And that brings me to the worst, and I mean the worst main menu UI Call of Duty has ever released. And not only did they do it with Modern Warfare 2, for some reason they copied it over the 3 too. Now, I know I'm kind of far from the screen, so it might be hard to see, but no, I'm not on Hulu. This is what it looks like when you open Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now, you might be wondering why it looks so much like Hulu. That would be because they decided to hire Hulu designers to help design this. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem. Designers don't copy and paste the same designs they've done for other companies. I don't know why it was an issue this time, but that's not the only issue. There's actual problems wrong with this. First of all, the horizontal scrolling. Now, it might work for Hulu where they have a bunch of categories, so scrolling vertically through the categories makes sense, and then horizontally to find your shows, but it doesn't make sense for a game where there's only 1 or 2 different categories that anyone cares about. Or at least for the home screen of a game, there's really only actually 1 category people care about. So I don't know why we're horizontally scrolling. What the fuck am I looking at? Screens with similar content aren't navigated through the same way, which makes sense because, for example, you have cosmetic pages. You have one page where you might scroll through all the cosmetics horizontally, and then you have another one that has close to or the same amount of cosmetics in the list that scrolls vertically instead of horizontally. It's just... And then on top of all of that, and it's not imperative to the actual UX, and that's making this feel like Call of Duty. There's nothing here that makes me think this is Call of Duty other than just a picture of a dude with a gun. After all the criticism, you decided to just copy and paste it to MW3? What are you thinking? When you look at the Modern Warfare story, they do a lot of jumping across the globe, and they show the map off a lot, but there's no sort of map elements or sort of like globalization sort of effect or aesthetic in any sort of their design. So I was thinking, what if we started bringing these, I don't know if they're called topology or cartography maps or graphs. I look up both and these show up for both, so whatever. But yeah, stuff like this, I think could be really fucking cool. Also playing with like this grid, like I mentioned, the fucking grid. I'm thinking maybe even we put stuff inside of the grid. So like everything is like an item in the grid, and it's almost like, I'm thinking like you're almost like on, like you're holding a tablet or whatever, and you're about to boot into the game. So you're holding the tablet or whatever, and you're like, okay, looking at the mission overview, okay, this is where I'm going, this is my loadout, this is my squad, okay. Now I'm going and I'm booting into the fucking game. I think that makes sense. That's immersive concept, I feel like. Just stuff like this feels very like Modern Warfare-y. You know what I mean? So now my goal is not just do that, but bridge the gap. All right, and now it's time to start making.
It doesn't even look right. Nice moment. This is so unrealistic. Yeah, I'd rather stick with the last. Come over.
I want this design to look amazing, and if you want things done right, you just gotta do it yourself. Creating some cartography or typology or whatever you want to call them for a pattern is the first step. This pattern represents geography, and I feel like is a great representation of the looming Third World War. If you look up more modern military designs in the real world or entertainment one, they use a lot of squares and grids, so why not bring that over as well? The topology pattern I made and the grid weren't working as well together as I imagined though, so I decided to play around with the typology and well, now with 3D, which I think looks sick, but let me know in the comments below. And shit, you might as well subscribe while you're down there. When I was planning out this project, I went through every screen, every tab, every button to recreate the journey map the UX team envisioned. And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever been this confused. They have like 3 or 4 different main menu screens with like 5 different ways to launch the same game mode. And then for some of them, they play this crazy ass animation that gets my PC sounding like my decade-old PS4. My idea is to use that grid that I was talking about to my advantage. Everything will resonate within the squares, and here's the kicker. Only necessary information is displayed. Not only that though, all relevant info is displayed at the same time. No longer will you need to go to one page, then a page inside that page, and then a page in that page with a drop-down menu in that page. There's one place in the entire UI that has more nested pages and confusing twists and turns than maybe anywhere else in the gaming industry, the loadout page. But how am I going to fix it? By removing all the nested pages and tabs and replacing it with just one singular screen. All the brother want to do is just change the scope on my gun real quick. But to do that, I got to select the loadout, which takes me into the loadout screen, where I then need to select a weapon, which takes me to another screen, where I can then select to enter the gunsmith, which from there, then I can view my attachments, which there, I must then click yet again to enter the scope screen where I can finally change my scope. Now, obviously, some of these steps are necessary, because I mean, how can you possibly change the scope on a gun without first choosing the gun and the loadout that gun is in? But what I shouldn't have to do is load and enter a new screen every single time I click something. I get y'all don't want to be over cluttering the screen, but like, god damn.
Earlier I mentioned adding a feature that we've wanted for a while, but I kind of lied because it's actually 2 features. One new, but the other we've actually had before. As games have advanced and gotten better, customization has improved. I mean, you have games where you can adjust your dick size, for crying out loud. But Call of Duty, nah. They actually take away customization features. Remember back in the day booting up, I don't know, Black Ops on your Xbox 360 and sitting there before a game customizing the perfect troll calling card? Yeah, well, I'm gonna bring that back. Who cares if people create vulgar images? Let's be fucking real. The game is rated M, the objective is killing, and the things said in voice chats could be found in FBI files. But nah, we can't make Microsoft Paint art. And the other thing I'm even more surprised that they've never had is custom crosshairs. So yeah, I'll add that too. And now that the menu design is just about perfect, there's only one thing left to do. And it's gonna be a bitch. Animating. I'll see you guys when I'm done.
Bro, you gotta get on the game. They updated it, it's actually good now.
Alright bro, I will. Give me a sec. I just got home. Damn. Bro, you're in a game?
Bro, I ain't waiting for you while sitting here in the lobby. I want to play the game.
Don't talk to me like that, bruh. I'ma just look around the menu while I wait for you.
Alright, I'm out of my game now. Let's go. Come on. Hurry up.
Bro, calm down. Damn. Shit, let me change my scope real quick.
I already started the queue, so you better hurry.
Damn, hold on. Hold on.
No, you can change your crosshair too, by the way. Like, it's actually sick.
Bro, what?
Like Valorant, bro.
Yo, what? Yo, I'm a cook after this game. Hold on.
After the game,